this toner cream is probably the best formulation toner creams that I ever tried. Tip or a habit that can be a game changer. It's working, guys. Hey guys, it's Sue here and welcome to the 4th day of summer specials. Woo! Alright guys, for today's video, I have brought my own tips. Awesome summer skincare tips that will cost you nada. And these are really simple but very effective. I'm telling you, these are gonna be game changers. Alright, so without further ado, let's get this video started. The first tip I have here is one that I've actually been doing nowadays a lot, and it's super simple but very not only handy but also very effective. And it's a tip that is related to cooling yourself down, and it is to spray your mist at the back of your neck. That's right. Oh, I'm sorry, my nose itches. I'm sorry guys, I have to get this. So I mentioned this recently in my video 2 of summer specials, where I told you guys it is imperative to keep yourself cool, especially in the summer, because heat can lead to inflammation, which can lead to breakdown collagen and can expedite the process of aging, which is all good. Aging, like I've always mentioned, is something natural. We should embrace it. But if we can age a bit more gracefully, that would be nice as well, right? And in that video, we mentioned a bunch of ways to keep yourself cool, but this method is one that has been working like hotcakes. It's working, guys, and it's just to like, oh, yes! So you might ask, Sue, why the back of your neck? So to explain simply, first we have the obvious reason that your neck in general is one of the areas where the large blood vessels are close to the surface. And especially the back of your neck is someplace that is bound to be covered, especially if you have longer hair. Yes, my guys and fellas out there, if you have longer hair, there's a higher chance that your hair is covering it. And that's why, when we get hot in the summer, we tie it up to help us keep cool. That's one of the reasons, right? And of course you can spray this directly onto your face, which is the method that I've been doing up until now. But I've just noticed that sometimes, not always, sometimes water-based, this is, by the way, the Dr. Jart Cicapair facial cover mist. If you guys have been watching my summer specials for a very long time, you guys probably have wondered why I hadn't mentioned this yet. But chicas and chicos, she finally here. This is one of the products that I always use in the summer. It's just one of those mists that's just like so refreshing, and it's so easy to work with, and it's Cica. To be honest, I feel like, it's mostly water-based formulation, but it works. Going back, so I've noticed that a lot of the water-based products there's a higher chance of them evaporating on your skin, especially if you're hot. And that's just going to pull away, dry away all of that moisture that you already had on your skin. So just to be really careful, just to cancel out any of the chance that might happen, I just target the back of my neck and it works fine. And also, I am very much aware that there's a lot of other like towels, bandanas, wraps for your necks. And guys, I've tried them all. I went to Daiso. I went to get those bandana wraps that you wet it with water and you keep it in the fridge. I tried that with a towel, regular towel. And I'm telling you guys, this method is so much superior to those methods, because if you guys tried it, you guys know that the towel or the bandana wraps, they actually cool down really fast. They get lukewarm a lot faster than you think, even though you kept it in the fridge. And so what happens is that once it cools down, you have to go back and forth, wet it again, put it in the fridge again, wait for it to cool, and then put it back on. And it just gets so tedious. It's like, oh, it's so bothersome. I'm a lazy girl. I can't do that. And so, but with a mist, all you have to do is just put one by your desk when you're working or whatever, and you just spray it at the back. It takes literally 10 seconds, guys. And so this is an awesome method. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome for the summer, okay? This is going to be an awesome way one of the awesome ways to help you cool down. P.S. of course, you're free to use any mist that you have in your collection, but I do recommend like water-based, because it's summer, it's hot. I mean, I guess you could use like fatty ones like Dalba, but I just think these are more refreshing, and I especially recommend the mist types that has a nozzle like this, so that once you press it, the product just keeps on spraying out. Oh, that feels so refreshing. And guys, feel free to just like put this on your arms, your legs, just all over. Oh, that feels cooling, guys. That feels cooling. Oh my gosh, yes. Just Just spray it all over your body like it's a party. Moving on to tip numero dos. Have you guys ever experienced dehydration in the summer even after slapping on all of these numerous skincare? Well, if your answer is yes, check this next tip out, which is being more meticulous in absorbing your skincare. And I know that this is such like an obvious tip, but it's something that one, I sometimes overlook. And two, it's a tip or a habit that can be a game changer. And I'm not only talking about dehydration, but also, you know, like getting rid of pimples. If you're getting like these little pimples, it might be due to the fact that you're not doing a proper job in absorbing your skincare. So let me go back a bit. In the summer, most of us, due to the hot, humid weather, we do reach out for skincare that does have more of a lightweight gel type with a formulation that is heavily based on water. And because of that, there's a higher chance of your skincare kind of evaporating if you don't do a proper job in absorbing everything in. And I don't know about you guys, but I just mentioned that I kind of overlook this tip sometimes because in the summer, I'm just so bothered by the heat that I just want to like slap it out and be done with. I just want to go to bed. I just want to cool down next to the fan. So if you guys have been dealing with a bit of dehydration in the summer, make sure to take that time and slap her in. Now moving on to the next tip, which is kind of related, and it is to give some time for excessive water to drip off from your face after cleansing and before doing your skincare. So I think I mentioned this numerous times on my channel in my videos that after I cleanse my skin, I actually don't use a towel to dry off the water first because I just don't want the towel to come in contact with my skin because it's very sensitive. And second, if I dry it off, it feels very dry, right? Because I don't have any moisture until I have skincare on. But there's something that I have never shared with you guys, which is that after I cleanse my skin and I have like water, I brush my teeth, which gives the water, the excessive water, to kind of drip off from my face so that when I do my skincare, it's not just, you know, completely wet with water. Because when that happens, when you have too much water on your skin before you do your skincare, it mixes it with the skincare and eventually evaporates. So water will evaporate from your face and that can lead to dehydration. So that's why I've told you this was related to tip number 2. But I noticed that if I give it some time, make sure nothing's dripping off, my skincare actually does a proper good job in hydrating my skin and I don't feel that dehydration. So make sure to do something else in between, like brushing your teeth is perfect, right? Cleansing your skin and then brushing your teeth, or maybe change your clothes into pajamas, whatever, and then go in with your skincare. I noticed that this makes a world of a difference when it comes to my skincare. I'm sorry, my nose is itching. All right, the last tip I have for you guys is to use efficient products, 2-in-1 products, because in the summer, y'all know the sweat and the excessive sebum that is the result of the hot weather can really mess up with your makeup and make everything just look so messy. And in Korea, the mask mandates for indoors is still valid. So it's just not pretty. So I'm talking about using products like toner creams or physical SPFs that will naturally just give you a white cast because of the zinc oxide, whatnot. Mind you, I do recommend physical SPFs if you have oily skin because they're gonna be very dry because zinc oxide has astringent property, so it's going to suck like the oil, excessive oil. Now I know like this tip is so obvious, like so what else is new? But I just had to mention this because I really wanted to show you guys this amazing toner cream, guys. I think I did it. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was some time like last year where I was just obsessed with trying to find the perfect toner cream because at that time I wasn't into wearing like foundation or cushion makeup because I was on the journey to rebuild my skin barrier, and so I just want a bit of SPF, but I wanted something that kind of would brighten up my complexion. And third, what was the third? Oh right, because of the mask, I just didn't want to deal with makeup, you know, it's going to get mucked up anyways. And so there was a time where I was just exploring high-end to low-end. I spent mucho dinero, but I couldn't really find one that just hit the spot. Either there were too like sticky, pasty, and they just looked really messy on the skin, and so I just kind of gave up, to be honest. But Roundlab has did again. Oopsie did it again. This toner cream is probably the best formulation toner creams that I ever tried. It doesn't even feel like a toner cream. You know how like toner creams are like really like mushy and like sticky and like pasty? Girl, this feels closer to a chemical SPF. It feels so soft on the skin. Now granted, like the toner effect itself isn't as strong as other products in the market, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because I think a little bit of toner effect can still give like the drastic effect to your skin, if you know what I mean. And so, what is this? This is, ladies and gentlemen, we have entered a new generation of toner creams. It doesn't feel like a toner cream at all. It feels so refreshing, so light, so creamy, very creamy, a bit watery, but in the most pleasant way. So with toner creams, if the formula's nasty, I just don't end up using it at all because it's like so sticky. And also, I also uploaded a video on how to properly use a toner cream without looking like a complete ghost. And it's a lot of work. Basically, I recommended in that video that you have to use a little by un poco by poco, little by little, or else it's going to look really messy. But who has time for that in the morning when you're busy and you just want to be out the door, you know? And also, I kind of had this question at the back of my head is like, are these small amounts going to be enough to provide my skin the correct SPF protection? Because you guys know that in order to achieve the sun ratings that's actually on the product, you have to use a lot of product. But with toner creams, you have to use only small amounts to get that really nice look, but then I feel like it's not enough protection. So I just like, you know what, I'm done. I'm so done. I'm so over it. So, as a perfect resolution, this product is perfect. Love the formulation, love the effects, love the finish, love how it like goes on. So I highly recommend. Good job, Roundlab, good job. All right, guys, that was it for today's video. I hope these tips help. Like, really, guys, I'm so proud of myself with this mist tip, like spraying it back of my neck. It's like a game changer. I'm serious. And this product is also a game changer. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's, the last summer specials video.